Today's hike is the Galisteo Preserve in Galisteo Basin. It's about 10 miles, 15 miles south of Santa Fe, a little past El Dorado, and acres and acres of wilderness that are currently threatened with development. So we're going to go check it out before the bulldozers start to roll. We're at the Cowboy Shack trailhead. That's the Cowboy Shack behind me. It's kind of a disappointment. There's no actual cowboys inside or anywhere nearby. It looks basically like a maintenance shed, but probably maintenance shed trailhead didn't have quite the same ring to it. Plan today is to head down the South Wagon Trail as far as Coyote Crossing, which is maybe about a little under 2 miles, and then turn around and come back along one of the trails along the ridge that runs parallel to it. So let's not wait any longer. You ready to go? I am. There's a pretty big crowd at the parking lot here, but there's so many trails and the network is so big that within 3 minutes of leaving the parking area, you have your choice of places you can turn off. And right now, there's just nobody around me. Feels like an old Western movie of some sort, which isn't surprising. They filmed a lot of them here. In fact, there's a big movie ranch a couple miles south of here where they filmed a ton of Westerns. I think it was built for Silverado, and it's been used for a lot of Westerns since then. Yeehaw. I just finished reading a book called Cities of Gold by Douglas Preston, where in about 1990 he retraced Coronado's original route of discovery through the Southwest. He talks a lot about the landscape and how the landscape has changed. And one of the things that I didn't know until I read Preston's book was the arroyo, sort of the dry wash of eroded land where water flows through, is not actually an original feature of this area. Most of them were caused by overgrazing and cattle ranching, where all of the natural grasses that held the soil in place were eaten away, and then the soil get washed off. Not surprising, this is a former cattle ranch here at Galisteo Basin Preserve, and lots of signs of just that kind of erosion. Trail junctions are all very well marked. This is junction 25. However, the numbering system on the PDF map that you can download from the website is not the same as the numbering system on some of the maps here on site. So pick one or the other, but if you mix and match, you'll get confused. For instance, I was just hiking down the arroyo over there, and the spot that was marked as 32 on one map was marked as 34 on the trail, so it can be a little bit confusing, but as long as you stick to one or the other sources of trail junction information, you should be fine. That funny looking sloped hill behind me, it's my favorite landmark here. It's called Cerro Pelon. Now don't confuse that with Sarah Palin, which is definitely not one of my favorite landmarks. No, Cerro Pelon is Spanish for bald hill, so it's pretty obvious why it's my favorite. Well, I got one of those classic hiking dilemmas. It's already 2:15, and I told Maureen I'd be home an hour and a half ago to take care of the horse. Home is that way, half mile. Map says that there's a overlook a 1/10 of a mile that way with a view of the valley. But I'm a man of my word, so I know what I'm gonna do. Screw it. Totally worth it. I see the parking lot. That'll just about do it for this hike. This place is special. Like a lot of special places, it needs protection to stay that way. So I'm going to put some information down here that tells you what you can do if you want to help protect the Galisteo Basin Preserve. No matter what, come out here and see it. This is a gem in the Santa Fe area, and come see it while you still can. Thanks.